If you bought a Xiaomi robot vacuum and from the very beginning you couldn't connect it to the Xiaomi Home app, or you got an error and ran into a bunch of other problems, you can watch this video till the end because we're going to explain all the steps for setting up the vacuum for you. Every step you can think of, from mapping to 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi to the errors you might run into during setup, we're going to cover all of that in this video. So stay with us until the end of the video so you can set up your robot vacuum yourself without any hassle. And if you think your robot vacuum is broken and you want to do a full reset, don't reset it just yet. Watch this video all the way through first, then go ahead and do your reset. Hey friends, I'm Mansoor, and today we're back with another video, this time a tutorial on how to set up Xiaomi robot vacuums. But before you watch the video, please support us. Like it, share it with your friends, and if you have any questions, get in touch with us through our contact methods. Let me explain first. The installation process for all Xiaomi robot vacuums is the same. It's true that they might have different features like having a dock or a different mapping system, but the installation process is exactly the same. If you watch this tutorial to the end, you'll be able to easily install your Xiaomi robot vacuum yourself. One problem that a lot of people run into when installing the robot vacuum is that they connect it to a Wi-Fi network with a 5 gigahertz bandwidth. Robot vacuums can't connect to modems that support 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so your Wi-Fi must be 2.4 gigahertz. Modems that have 5 gigahertz also have 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so to connect your robot vacuum, you need to make sure you're connected to the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Let's go ahead and watch the video together. And don't forget to support us. Let's check out the installation prerequisites together. The first prerequisite is to take the vacuum out of the box, plug the dock into the power, and make sure there's a 50 centimeter gap on both the left and right side so your vacuum can map the area and return to the dock more easily. The second step is to install the Xiaomi Home app, which you can easily download from the Play Store or the App Store. The third requirement is to have a stable internet connection at home. It doesn't matter if your internet is from mobile modems, ADSL, VDSL, or fiber optic. This device can connect to all of them. Just keep in mind that you need to connect to your modem's 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. If you meet these prerequisites and everything is good, then we'll start the installation process together. Wait. Before we move on to the next part, make sure to turn on your phone's Wi-Fi, turn on Bluetooth, install the Xiaomi Home app, enable your location, and keep your device's battery fully charged so it can map more accurately. Getting the vacuum itself ready is the most important part. When you take the vacuum out of the packaging, make sure to remove all the plastic and protective padding. Especially make sure to remove the plastic that's under the dustbin compartment. Install the side brush, install the main brush, and attach the T-pad. If your vacuum has a charging dock, set it up so that there's at least 50 centimeters of clearance on both the right and left sides, and at least 1.5 meters of space in front so the vacuum can easily enter the charging dock. Fully charge your vacuum, and if your vacuum supports mopping and has water tanks, make sure to use purified water. Pour in purified water or distilled water. To begin, let's get started with the process of setting up the vacuum. First, let's install the Xiaomi Home app. For this, all you really need to do is go to the Play Store or App Store on your mobile device and type in and search for the Xiaomi app. Just like you see here, simply search for Xiaomi in this specific section. As soon as you search for Xiaomi, the app will show up as the first result. Exactly, this is the Xiaomi Home app. You can install it from the App Store, Play Store, Bazaar, MyKit, or wherever you find it. It's better to install it from official sources if possible. That's much safer. Once you've installed the Xiaomi Home app, open the app. The first step is to log into your account. Tap on the Sign In option. If you already have an account, just enter your username and password. If you don't have an account, you can log in using your Gmail, that is your Google account, or you can create a new account for yourself. When you want to create an account, if you click on the Create Account option, it will ask you for some information. First of all, it asks you to select your country. Choose which country you're from. You can set this to United States or Iran. It's not really important here. In the next section, you enter your email, your password, and repeat your password, then check the Accept option to agree to the terms and conditions. A verification code will be sent to your email, you enter it there, and then you'll get a small confirmation at the top saying OK, and your account will be created. But since I already had my own account from before, I'll just log in again with my own account. You just need to enter your own account. After you enter your username, accept the terms and conditions, and click on Sign In, you'll be logged into your MI Home app. So the first step was creating an account. After you've created your account, you'll enter the app, and you can see the MI Home user interface here, which is really easy to use. Let's move on to the next step. Now, let's see how to connect the robot vacuum. Let's go ahead and connect the robot vacuum together now. First of all, we turn on the robot vacuum. I'm turning on the robot vacuum now. When the robot vacuum is turned on, if you've just bought the device, it'll automatically show up in the list. But if, for example, it's the second time you're connecting the device, or even sometimes on the first connection, this problem can happen. For most Xiaomi vacuums, this process is the same. You need to hold down the power button and the home button at the same time. If you hold them for a few seconds, you'll get a reset Wi-Fi message, which means the vacuum is ready to be reconnected. And now the light will start blinking orange, like blinking repeatedly. For the next step, we're going to click on this small plus sign icon located at the very top of the screen, and then carefully select the option that says Add Device from the menu. When you tap Add Device, it tells you that Bluetooth must be on, location must be on, and you need to grant the necessary permissions. We grant all of these permissions. It'll automatically start searching for the model here. Now, sometimes it might not find the model. If it doesn't find the model, you can go to the search section and enter the full model of your vacuum or device. For example, you can select something like Xiaomi Robot 1 Vacuum H40 here. Preferably, keep your Bluetooth and location turned on and it'll find it automatically. Okay, I'll click on the vacuum itself. The first thing is that it wants to connect your vacuum to a Wi-Fi network. You need to enter the Wi-Fi name, and as I said, make sure to select the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi or connect to that network yourself so it gets selected automatically. Enter your Wi-Fi password accurately and tap the next option. It will start the first step, which is connecting to the vacuum. And now it will try to connect to the network itself. After it connects to the network, it'll definitely show you a successful message. We wait here. Right now, it connected very easily. If it connects, make sure you let this step reach 100% and don't cancel it here. Now it has recognized the vacuum. Tap Next. It'll start downloading a plugin for the vacuum. It'll give you an update. If your internet connection's fine, the country settings are fine, and everything's okay, go ahead and do the update. But if things aren't okay, it's better not to update and just ignore it. And now we get to the vacuum's own user interface, and I'll explain the next steps in the following part. A robot vacuum is now connected. Don't rush to start and have it clean the house right away. The first and most important part after installing Xiaomi robot vacuums is their mapping system. The new models, which now have the quick system, map the area quickly. But before you have it vacuum or mop the house, make sure to do the mapping first. In order to begin the mapping process, what you will typically find is that after you've installed the vacuum, meaning once your vacuum is fully connected to your home Wi-Fi network, if you go into the vacuum settings itself and simply press the button labeled Start Cleanup, it will automatically start mapping your home for the very first time. But the best thing to do is to click on the three dots at the top. After you go into the three dots, go to the Map List section. Here, you can even create different maps. When you select the Map List section, you can enable Auto Switch Map, so if you have multiple maps, it'll automatically recognize and select the correct map for you. And if you don't have a map, the best thing to do is to tap on Create a New Map. When you tap this option, it gives you some instructions, like making sure to leave the doors to the rooms open so it can map out the rooms. If there are any extra items in front of the vacuum, make sure to remove them. For example, things like cables, toys, socks, or clothes, so they don't get caught in the vacuum. If the fringes of your rug are sticking out a lot, either tuck them in or use some tape to keep them in place so the vacuum doesn't get stuck. And if it does get stuck, it's no problem. Just detach the vacuum from the spot where it got stuck, press the power button again, and it will continue mapping from there. After the mapping's done, the vacuum will keep improving the map every time it cleans, making it more and more complete so you can use it very easily. Mapping has an advantage in that, first of all, the vacuum uses less battery. You can clean a much larger area or do it in less time, and you no longer have to worry about where it's cleaning at any given moment. You can easily give it a command like go clean room A or clean room B, and a lot of issues are solved with mapping. And the next step is the initial cleaning and starting the cleaning process. My suggestion is to definitely have the vacuum start cleaning from the spot where the dock is and while it's inside the dock. That means don't let it start its first cleaning from the middle of the house, and for the first time, just use the vacuum mode. Why? Because when you use only the vacuum mode, if it gets stuck somewhere or if there's any issue, you'll notice it. There's no need for mopping. It just uses more battery. Once the map is complete and you've done the first cleaning, You'll know what issues your house has, what needs to be fixed, and which parts of the house the vacuum isn't compatible with. So you can mark the no-go zones on the map. You can set it up so, for example, in areas where there are a lot of cables, the vacuum doesn't go there at all, like areas next to the TV or where the home theater is. If there are cables, make sure the vacuum doesn't go to that area. Or if you don't want the vacuum to go into a certain room, you can easily mark it as a no-go zone and the vacuum just won't go there anymore. So the best thing to do is to run it on vacuum mode only for the first time. After you've vacuumed for the first time, you can fill up the water tank, and if your vacuum has a mopping feature, use the mopping system as well. Once we've set up the vacuum, we'll see a user interface, which is different for each vacuum model. Some vacuums have a station that washes their mop. Some vacuums have special features. Some have different mapping systems. We've made a lot of different videos about vacuums that you can check out in the VacuumBot playlist. It doesn't matter if it's on YouTube or Apparat. Just go to the VacuumBot playlist and check out the model you're interested in, and watch the application user interface section so we can help you out. In this video, so it doesn't get any longer, we're not including the user interface section. Let me give you a quick summary. First of all, common mistakes. The first thing is the 5 GHz Wi-Fi option, which you shouldn't connect to. When you want to connect a vacuum, make sure it starts working from the charging dock, not from the middle of the house. When you're mapping, remove small items, cables, and things like that from around the vacuum. Make sure to keep a safe distance around the dock, and overall, if you just follow these simple tips, you can connect your vacuum very easily. Thanks again for watching the video all the way to the end. Goodbye.